Alright guys, today's warm-up is actually going to be a progression of skill development in the jerk. Okay, so we're going to really start off with 3 different drills or different concepts. The first one is going to be footwork plus recovery. The second one will be dip, drive, split, and recover. And then the third one will incorporate the arms. During the split phase, we'll work on punching or driving our body down. So the third phase will be dip, drive, split with punch, plus recovery. Okay. So our first movement is just footwork. So we don't even need a pipe for this. We're simply going to get into a good position, good athletic stance. My feet are about hip width apart. I'm going to go into jump my feet to the split position. I'm a left foot jerker, so my focus should be to pick my left knee up and to drive my back knee down. Okay? Creating a motion similar to this as we do so. And recover. Remember, with our recovery, we want to think front foot back, back foot forward. My center of mass during the recovery process should not deviate forward, nor should it deviate backwards. So I'm ultimately pushing my body, my hips and my shoulders, straight up and ultimately under the bar. I want you to do 10 of those. Things that I want you to look for when you're doing those moves. So I get into this position here, I jump my feet to the split, I look down, and whether it's someone videoing you or you're videoing yourself, or you know, whatever it is, take a look at what your positions look like here. So in my front foot, I want to see my knee stacked over my heel, so I want my shin to be vertical. On my back side, I want to see that back knee down, bent some. It does not have to be bent a lot, but it needs to be bent some. I don't want a straight back leg. And I want to see my back heel elevated, so the weight's on the ball of my foot and my toes. From the front, I also want to make sure that we're not stepping across railroad tracks and we're staying on those lanes. And so when we jerk, our footwork should be right in that sagittal plane. So my left foot's going straight forward, my back foot is going straight back. That's called sagittal plane. We don't want to step across and be in a tightrope where we're not as balanced. Okay? So I want you to do 10 of those. Now, I'm not going to tell you how many sets to do. If they're not right, keep working on them. Okay? Don't move on to the next thing unless the footwork's done. But just use this time. You're not in any type of rush. We're not in a group setting where we've got to go and get on to our next thing. So take your time and just get those positions correct. Okay? So I'm going to show you one more and make some corrections to it. So on this one, you see when I split, my knee is out in front of my toe and it's no longer vertical. So the correction for that is simply come back here and stay in that position as long as you can. Okay? You'll also notice that when I did that one, that's usually the most common fault that we have, is when I do that, the reason that my shin gets inclined is because when I go into this split, my body went forward. Okay? Anytime my body goes forward, if my footwork is correct and it went out the right distance, but my body goes forward, my knee's always going to go forward. So again, with the split, think the body is going straight down right where it came from. So we don't want any deviation forward or backwards. So again, do 10 of those, taking our time, feel that position, pause in that split position, feel that position, and then work on your recovery. Again, remember, do simple things better every single day. If you take your time over this break and you're doing these things, when you come back, your jerk's going to be a heck of a lot better. Okay? Next thing we'll do is we'll add the dip and the drive into our split and our recovery. Okay? So don't even need, I really don't need a PVC pipe here. I can just hold my hands on my hips, or I can have my hands here. It doesn't really matter. But right now, I'm going to work on the simple dip. My hips sit back. My knees track right in front of my toes, and my chest is up. You don't want to be like this. We create an angle like this. We're always going to put the force from our legs and our hip through our torso, and that bar is going to go that way because that's the direction of force application to the torso. So the torso must remain elevated. So working on our dip, Work on our drive, show balance. You don't want to drive and be forward like this. So we want to be here, and then jump the feet to the split, and then slowly recover. Okay, 5 of those, taking our time, distinct movements of the dip, distinct movement of the drive, split, hold the split, and then slowly recover, focusing on front foot first, back foot second, pushing the body straight up. Do 5 of those. Once those are good and you feel comfortable with that, you can move on to the third progression, which will add the stick to it. And we'll work on punching during the split, punching with our arms, pushing our body down, not focusing on pushing the bar up, but punching our body down underneath the bar, okay? So everything is the same. The only thing I'm going to add now is the punch with the split. So it's dip, drive, punch and split, making sure my arms are fully extended. The bar should be directly over my shoulder. My head should be through. I want your head back here. Make sure from the side you can see your ears. And then we're going to push up for recovery. Bar back down. I'm putting the bar on my back of my neck versus my shoulders, because with something light like this, it's really hard for it to sit on the shoulders. Putting it right behind the neck where you would do your back squats from is probably a good idea for this drill. So again, dip, drive, push up. 5 of those, again, taking our time. After you've done that empty, PVC pipe work, footwork stuff, go right into the workout that's going to be on YouTube here in a little bit.